did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Patrick Queen got in there to sneak him. He gets the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Hurts. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. At this point, they've yet to get much rolling through the first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Ready, set.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot. And it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that ball.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Another run here with Sanders. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with the pick 6.
It's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team. I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because
only 4 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll go again with Sanders. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard and it brings up 3rd.
Just simple run play there on 31, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Hey, check that.
Going for it with Sanders. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the 1st down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. A good push there from that offensive line as Sanders able to take that forward for a gain of about 6 on 1st down. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A give running left. It's Sanders. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there. It's a loss of 2 on the center. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks are starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. Here's Hurts to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Oweh in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Attempted a deep ball there, they didn't get it. Boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17. Into the red zone, 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive, because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself, not ditch so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
Hey, check that, street. Hey. 19 tight.
On 1st down, Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The kicker just carried the ball. He's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. with Sanders. And room there to work it inside the 25. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Hey, pass.
Throwing is Hurts. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Sanders is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Elliott good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
65 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Eagles are right back in this football game.
That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Oh, that's going to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
I had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. They go play action with Jackson, rolling to his left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Jackson's going to keep it.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So the face mask moves them closer, and now 1st and goal.
Dobbins is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll try to run with Dobbins. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him out to 43. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. They'll try and run for him. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker. Of course, in fantasy football, these points right there.
So they're trying to take on two more as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
It felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary. I'm the best.